listen. There's no reason that we need to come in here that we don't need to rehash what was said or who said it or how they said it or how they felt about a certain coach at whatever time. There's no need for it. There's no need for it. Can we just talk like fans? What's cooking? Welcome in to Now We Can Talk Like Fans. My name is Justin Sofro, and I am here. Soon to be, maybe I should physically get on bended knee. I've made my comments recently that I have bent the knee to one Pat Kelsey, and he deserves every bit of it. And I also understand that I personally probably deserve a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, maybe a little bit of hate, but then also obviously a giant plate of crow, and I'm okay with eating the crow. It's fine. I can do it. I can be a man. I can man up, and I can handle it. And I can say that I was wrong. Listen, I understand if this is one of the first times you're here, if this is one of the first times you're listening to me talk about the University of Louisville basketball program and the job that Pat Kelsey has done outside of seeing my tweets on Twitter. And I understand all the people that have gotten angry at me, that have called me names, that have hit the unfollow button, all that stuff. I get it. I understand. A lot of the reason is because a lot of people love to love up their program, love to love up their coaches, regardless of what they have seen. I'm sorry, I cannot do that. I've never been able to do that. I am a guy who I love my team passionately, and I love the coaches that are in charge of it, especially when they have earned that trust, especially when the people that have been in charge of the program, who have been in charge of the athletic department, have proven that you deserve to put your trust in them. Now, I do want to say this, and this is me slightly bending the knee to them, but good on Josh Hurd. Good on everybody in charge there, and good on everybody who had the foresight to see what Pat Kelsey could be at the University of Louisville. And it appears that what he's going to be is something substantial and could potentially dream to get back to the program and being where it should be. That being said, 2 years of Kenny Payne was enough to make me vitriolic. The reason that I get so passionate, the reason you see me throwing my fits that I do on Twitter, it's because I care. And this isn't just trying to be like that abusive dad who says this stuff. It's because I care. But it is. It's because I care about these programs. I care about the men's basketball team. I care about the football team. I care about the success that we have at the University of Louisville. I care that we are winning games. I care that we are bringing in money. I care that we are having success at this university. I went to the damn school. I'm paying my student loans that I still owe to that university. I'm not just some talking head who went to some other university somewhere else just because I want to talk about Louisville. I come in there and sweep in when I've never actually attended the school. I'm not. And that's not a shot at anybody. That's just me saying, I care about this program. I care about this school. I went there. I've walked those halls. I walked, the campus. I've done all of that. I have been a part of the university. So don't ever say that I'm just hating to hate because I'm a hater or anything like that. That's not it. And that will never be the case. That being said, get that out of the way. I do have to say, and I do have to slowly, I guess I have to bend the knee. And I have done this. I did it virtually. I guess this is still virtual, but I did it on Twitter before. And I bent the knee to the people who got on me. I bent the knee, most importantly, to Pat Kelsey. He deserves me on bended knee. I have been frustrated and angry. I was on vacation. I think it was around my birthday earlier last year when it was announced that Pat Kelsey was going to be the guy. I couldn't believe it. I was beside myself, and I was unhappy with the way that it worked out at that time. It did not look like it matched what I would expect for the University of Louisville or a program like that to have as their next head coach. When you have Denny Crum, when you have Rick Pitino, when you even had a guy like Chris Mack. I'm going to keep my thoughts about Chris Mack. We can talk about that in another video. But a guy who came off being a number one overall seed. Top tier level coaches for all intents and purposes, regardless of how it worked out in the end. Kenny Payne should not have reset Louisville through the floor. And I am happy to realize that it hasn't done that. I was in a place of fear. I had feared that the University of Louisville would not be able to come back and recover from where they were in the pit of what Kenny Payne did to this program. So that's where my anger comes from. That's where the vitriol, that's where the whiny babiness that you will see on Twitter sometimes from me. And I can't help it. I'm sorry. To quote Steve Rummage, this is how I fan sometimes. I am emotional. I am fully bought in. University of Louisville sports, it affects my day. It affects if I have a good day, if I have a bad day. We just had a date day with my wife, and Louisville winning against Pittsburgh made a difference of how good my day was. I love my wife. I love my kids. I love my family. But that is what affected my day. That is what changed my day for the good or bad, was if Braden Smith hit those threes at the end of the game. If they were clutch at the end, if defensively they performed and shut down Pittsburgh at the peak, it made a difference. So take that with what you will. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I can't help you. I hope my tweets don't upset you too much. But just know that it comes from a place of love, not purely of hate and frustration. Pat Kelsey has changed a lot for me in my eyes. And when I say that I was Lachlan McClain, what's that word? The data changed when it came to one Pat Kelsey. Earlier in the season, starting out 6-5 in a low place, getting blasted at home by Tennessee, losing to your rival in the end there at Kentucky, even though putting in a good performance, I couldn't do it. I didn't have it in me. I needed something more. I needed more from what I've seen on the court. Yes, we had that good stretch, but then Cason Pryor gets hurt in the Bahamas. I didn't have it in me. And just real quick, pause the video. Just real quick, I need to pause it because I have to do this. I'm sorry, I have to. I'm gonna need this. I'm gonna need plenty of it as I look in the camera right now. That's good. That's the good stuff. Ty Spalding. I had to give out a shout out to Ty Spalding. One day I'm gonna be able to say it. I'm gonna be able to say that I was. The data changed again. As I said, the data changed and you were correct. And maybe I can be baptized in the waters of Nolan Lake. And I can tell you that now I believe in the savior of this basketball program, Pat Kelsey. I'm all in. I'm all aboard. Get rid of all the other stuff. Get rid of the hate. Get rid of all the criticism and stuff that he didn't deserve. I'm on board, baby. I'll shut my yap. I can't promise that. I'm never going to shut my yap, but at least I am on board and I'm fully in support of what Pat Kelsey is going to do here with the basketball program. And then we arrive to where we are today, a 6-game winning streak. A 6-game winning streak put together with some of the more difficult teams we are going to be facing in the ACC. Defeating Virginia for the first time on the road since I was born. Since the year that I was born, 1990 of our Lord. So winning that game, obviously beating Florida State, who we have struggled with, that was kind of the Chris Mack curse, if you will. And then, of course, defeating one Pittsburgh team and Clemson. Obviously, we are not playing in the ACC of old. We are not playing in the old Big East. We're not playing in what the SEC is currently. But at the same time, I look at this team and I look at this program and I look at the chemistry that is being developed between player to player to player. From Javon Hadley last week against Clemson to what had happened today with Braden Smith and Braden Smith's continued development. These players are starting to understand their roles, understand their identity as a team, and understand how they can work together to best succeed in winning in the ACC and getting, most importantly, Louisville to the NCAA tournament, which is the goal, which, as we've all said, that is the goal to the end. It was never 500. It was never just to try to win a few games. It was always make it to the NCAA tournament. And by God, Pat Kelsey looks like he is poised to do it. As we stand right now, Louisville has a bunch of kind of mediocre games moving forward. Got to play Syracuse on the road. They don't look that good, as well as playing some of the other just mishmash of the rest of the conference. You don't have to worry about playing Duke again, who is the one team that hopefully you will see. Maybe, or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't want to see it. Maybe I'd be happy right now If somehow Louisville's looking pretty good, maybe they can finish top 2, top 4. Either way, get those double buys. And then maybe somebody knocks Duke off. Maybe somebody finds a way to knock Duke off and Louisville could somehow compete and try to win the ACC championship in year 1. I don't know. I'm a dreamer at this point right now. Maybe I'm getting a little bit greedy. But right now, there's no question to me that I look at the schedule that's ahead of Louisville, especially in the month of February and into March, and seeing Louisville should and can win 23 or more games. And I cannot believe that I'm saying it at this point, given where we were just a short few weeks ago. The national landscape, from Jeff Borzello, obviously Goodman, everybody else out there right now is looking at Louisville basketball and saying, thank God they're back. College basketball needed the University of Louisville basketball, men's basketball program to be back, and they need them to succeed for the state in the betterment of college basketball in the game. I'm excited about this. We'll see how Pat Kelsey can finish out the season. Is Pat Kelsey going to be the national coach of the year? I don't know where it stands right now, but if you look at the way that the schedule plays out and you look at everything else out there, he just very well may deserve it. That'll do it for today. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, my name is Justin Sovero. You can follow me on social medias at Justin Sovero. You can follow Now We Can Talk Like Fans over on the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the freaking like button, share it out to your friends if you could as well. And as always, I'm glad that we could talk like fans. Screw it. What am I doing? These glasses, they gotta go. Get them out of here. I don't need them. This is how we rock for the rest of the season.